All right, good morning, Coach. Appreciate you guys coming out here today. It's Media Day. For the people that's watching that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your program.
My name's Coach Peter Bezeredi. This is my first year at St. Michael's. My last couple years, I've been the head coach at Robertsdale for 8 years, and then I was at Ballin. Last 10 years, I was at Ballin County for 8 or 9 years before that. So I had the opportunity to retire from the public school system, and was able to come over and take over the program at St. Michael's, and have a lot of experience in the baseball world, as I had a lot of head coaching experience, and so we're coming into a program at St. Michael's that a build that I can put my own stamp on. I'm really excited about the opportunity to kind of create a sustainable culture and get the program pointed in the right direction. And we don't have a lot of facilities and things of that nature, so it's really exciting, some of the things that are going to be coming down the line, and just being able to build something from the ground up. Just like our football team, won their first playoff game this year, and had opened up a football stadium. There's a time for baseball is going to come where we open up a field and get an indoor facility, and all these things are coming. So very excited about the season and getting going. And we don't ever talk about the past and some of the things that have been happening, but I think we have an opportunity this year to have a pretty solid club. Not 5 years from now, not 3 years from now. I'm talking about this year. Have a solid club despite some of the obstacles that we have from a facility standpoint. So the guys have been working real hard, and we got several guys that are still involved with basketball, but we're looking forward to getting those guys out and getting them going, and go out there and play hard. And we got some guys that can play. So I'm excited about the season, and ready to get it going.
And I've had several coaches this baseball and softball. You know about the football getting the Super 7 down here in the area in the rotation. What is it going to take, you think, from a baseball standpoint to get something like that in the sport of baseball here?
That the playoff kind of roll around in baseball. To getting them down south, it would be nice to have the state championship down in this direction. But that's really not something I really ever thought about. It's kind of cool taking a road trip and going to Montgomery or going to Jack State. But we have some great baseball facilities down here in the South, so maybe that'd be something that we get looked into one day, to have the state championship down south, and maybe one day we'll have an opportunity to play in it.
So tell me who you brought here with you today.
I got Jonah Daughtery. He is our senior first baseman. I only have 3 seniors this year, and they're all have been incredible servant leaders so far, and we're counting on them big time. Jonah plays first base and is going to be one of our middle order guys. Ollie is one of our pitchers and plays outfield. Very athletic, hard throwing right hand pitcher. We're counting on him to eat up some innings on the mound and also be one of our top hitters. And then Brice is a senior outfielder, and Brice is done a really good job working hard on the swing. He's put a lot of weight on in the weight room this off season, and we're looking for him to contribute in the outfield. And he's also fast and courtesy run or whatever he does. He does whatever. Brice is a servant leader. Every time I turn around, he's getting the bucket. He's doing something. All these guys have done a great job leading so far, and taking all the changes and all the stuff that I brought in. They just kind of run with it and kind of being an extension of the coaching staff. So I appreciate these guys' behavior, and they can play. They can play.
All right, let's hear from them, Coach. Who want to go first?
We got Jonah.
Tell us your name and your position.
I'm Jonah Daughtery, and I'm a first baseman.
First baseman. And your classification is junior, senior?
With father? Four.
No, your classification. You're a junior, senior?
Senior.
Senior this year. So what kind of legacy are you trying to leave there at St. Michael?
Well, this year we're really just trying to build like a foundation for the future teams to build on in the baseball program.
All right, first base. What goes into being a first baseman?
Well, a lot of work around the bag. I just transitioned there this year, so I've been trying to get a lot of work in around the bag, picking balls, and knowing like where to play, certain outs, count, and situational baseball.
What was your previous position?
Third base.
Okay, you went from one end of the field to the other side.
Yes, sir.
What's the difference between playing those two bases?
I've always just been used to third base. You have everything to the left side of you on the field, so it's just kind of opposite playing at first base. And I think there's more like a mental side to it at first base of having more responsibilities on like cutoffs from the outfield and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know playing first base, you better be able to catch that ball because they are steaming down that line. What why the position change? Why the coach figured you would be a better first baseman than a third baseman or
I think it was a factor of just an arm injury that I've had, and then just a good fit for the team.
good fit for the team? That's what I thought for the team. So who you looking forward to playing this season?
Bayside and Orange Beach, they're both in our area, and we lost to them last year, so I'm just ready to get out there and compete with them this year.
Now I know you guys baseball players and softball players get to watch all the other sports throughout the school year, and all you get to do is train, train, train. So I know you guys are definitely hungry, ready to play. Um, Coach, you guys playing any out of town tournaments right before the regular season starts?
We don't have any. We're not going out of town this year. We do have a Catholic tournament in Mobile that McGill put on that we're going to be playing in, but we're not taking any road trips this year.
Any out of town teams in that tournament?
Yes, there's several from Biloxi and there's some Montgomery, some Louisiana, and then of course we're also playing in some of the Gulf Coast Classic that Coach Jacks was Gulf Shore. Me and him kind of work together on the schedule, so we're also hosting and playing some teams that come down from Illinois, and I think we played some people from Tennessee this year that come down during the spring break tournaments.
Okay. Now, your coach saying that playing some of those teams you wouldn't normally see. How do you think that helps you and your team?
I think it's good just to play against different players from different places and just see different types of players and get experience against them.
What can you tell me about your next teammate that's coming up?
Ollie, I've known him since 7th grade. We went to different feeder schools for St. Michael's, but we met playing football, and then we grew closer together on the baseball team, making playoff trips for 8th grade and freshman year together. Got to room together, and he's just a great guy.
All right, let's hear from him. Tell us your name and your position.
Ollie Deese, I play pitcher and center field.
Pitcher and center field. A lot of multiple position players.
Yes, sir.
Pitcher and center field. What's the difference in training for being an outfielder or a pitcher?
Really, yeah, both require a lot of mental work. That's what I try to work on a lot. We have a lot of guys who are athletic enough to make plays in the outfield. It's really just knowing what to do and having the mental toughness to get it done. And that's what I've really worked on. I've always been fast and athletic, and I can get to where I'm going. It's really just pushing through the mental, the nerves and the jitters, and just knowing you're the guy out there and you can get it done. And infield does it a lot. They probably got a little more offensive plays going on outfield. You're just trying to make the athletic play out there and get the out and help your pitcher out.
I think I've asked a baseball player earlier today that played center field as well. You ever robbed anybody for their home run?
No, I've never robbed. I normally play on really high fences, so there's no robbing home runs. Really, you can't
I
not
got you.
jumping that high. But I've made lots of diving catches before. Robbed a lot of hits.
So what are some of the personal goals you have this year and team goals?
Definitely want to make the playoffs. I made the playoffs my 8th grade and freshman year, and it's just a really cool experience. We lost round one both times, but we played competitive ball, and it's just cool to take a road trip to Bond. And extra baseball is always fun. I'm a senior, so I get to do this one more time, and I'd love to play as many games as possible. And doing that, I want to beat Orange Beach and Bayside, like Jonah said. I don't like them on the football field, and I don't like them on the baseball field either.
Now, also, so transition from the football field onto the baseball field, how hard is that transition for you?
It's not that hard, I try and take the winning culture we have in football and bring it over to baseball, Coaching guys, I was a big teacher on the football field this year. I've had a lot of experience, and so I try and help out the younger guys in the outfield, try and help them get to a level where they can help us out. But totally different sports, but the mental aspect is still the same.
So tell us a little bit about your last teammate that's about to come up.
Oh, Brice Morgan, I've known him forever. We went to Christ King together. I'm hoping he breaks the starting lineup this year and I get to play with him because I played a lot of JV ball with him, and he's just a great friend of mine.
Come on, Brice. What's your position?
Outfield.
Outfield. Left or right?
I'm practicing left right now, but I could switch.
So what is it about baseball that you like?
I like being a team player. I mean, baseball, you have to be able to help your team get through a lot of, like Ollie said, mental, like, reps too, and just being there with the team is pretty good.
How long you been playing baseball?
So I started off playing football, and then I transitioned to baseball when I was around third grade.
And been playing it ever since?
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you think is going to take, for you and your teammates to, get past where you went last season and possibly host to, getting a state championship?
I think taking practice a lot more serious and getting through all the things that we couldn't get through last year with our facilities and having Coach Bez to help us really helps too.
What do you like about your coach?
I love that he's a very hardworking man and his love for the game.
All right. Now you're not a senior yet this year, are you?
I haven't seen you.
So you're a senior. You got a lot of young guys coming up behind you. What kind of advice would you give those guys? Once you're leaving, they're going to be coming up. They're going to be in you guys' shoes.
I would give them the advice to not get down on themselves. Practice won't definitely make perfect. You'll make mistakes, but getting through those mistakes and getting yourself past those will definitely help.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate you guys coming out this morning.
Thank you guys.
And good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.